Welcome to a brand new episode of Off the Shelf. This looks really crooked. Welcome to a new episode of Off the Shelf, the hit show where we talk about movies that you may or may not have seen. And by hit, I mean that it's not. So we saw the 2015?
I don't know when it came out.
2015. The 2015 classic Sharkansas Women's Prison Massacre. A little bit of backstory behind this. I went to Best Buy last year, at some point in 2016, to try to get a copy of Jaws for my boss, because he has never seen, or had never seen Jaws. Best Buy didn't have Jaws, but they had this.
Next best thing.
They had this on Blu-ray, and I think I took a picture of it and sent it to you and
Yeah.
Hazel and Kat, and just being like, do I buy this? Do I buy this? Will we watch it? Didn't buy it then. Went back to Best Buy later for some sort of, I don't even remember what I was buying. Saw it, not on Blu-ray, it was on DVD. We don't need those extra pixels. I got it on DVD, and then it was about another year before we sat down and watched it.
It sat on the shelf. It was a daunting task.
It was on the shelf for a long time, and
now it's off the shelf.
off the chain. So it was an interesting evening. Let's just read off the back for a second. Just when you thought it was safe to swim in the Arkansas Bayou.
Didn't you guys just think it was
I was
safe?
just thinking about that the other day. When a fracking mishap accidentally rips apart the Earth's crust, the resulting hole opens up a gaping underground waterway leading to a vast and mysterious subterranean ocean somewhere deep below. There's a lot of redundant goings on in that
I was going to say,
sentence.
they did not edit that very well.
No. Underground, subterranean, somewhere deep below.
Also, the rips open a hole, gaping.
Gaping.
Yeah,
There's a lot of indicators to things that we assumed were going to happen in this movie. Instantly, giant prehistoric sharks begin wending their way upward.
Did it say wending?
Wending, W-E-N-D.
Wait, there's a typo?
I think so.
There's not.
Wending their way.
All right, let's see what winding means. We're hillbillies because wind is a word. Wind means go in a specified direction, typically slowly or by an indirect route.
Unfortunately, for a group of female prisoners on work detail in the swamp, the deadly sharks attack without warning, pinning a hapless group of potential victims in a small deserted cabin in the heart of the wetlands. For these wayward women, death may be the only means of escape. Get ready for a wild ride when Dominic Swain, Skin Traffic, Alpha Dog, and Tracy Lords, Crybaby, Not of This Earth, come face to face with the deadliest prehistoric man-eaters nature has ever spawned. So
Yeah, let's show you this the prison uniforms.
so there's a lot of indicators. You've got this cover art, and anything with a women's prison that is a low budget film usually will include some sort of promiscuous goings on. And then this, I open up the DVD for the first time to pull the DVD out, and this is what I'm greeted
I was
with.
convinced we were gonna watch a porno. I thought you might have bought a porno.
Yeah, we were concerned briefly that we may have bought pornography accidentally
At Best Buy.
At Best Buy. This is what they're going to work on the side of the road in.
From the prison.
Yeah, this is what the prison has sent
Also,
them.
the prison has a sliding glass door.
The shorty shorts and the tight white tank tops, they went straight from their shift at the Hooters to go pull up tree stumps on the side of the road.
Yeah, there's a montage too of them
There's
like working.
that was I mean, maybe 3 minutes into the movie is the work montage, and that's when we go, we may have purchased pornography.
Yeah, it was getting.
There's water bottles. It becomes like this weird shoveling wet t-shirt contest.
It was odd.
And then it was just a matter of, we were all starting to guess on how many minutes into the film would we see breasts. or when we weren't sure if that was what it was limited to.
We didn't know where it was going to stop.
Because then first victim gets eaten by a shark, and then there's this whole subterfuge where one of the inmates' lesbian partner shows up to break them out.
Yeah.
And she's like, here.
Get rid of what you're wearing.
Even me?
Yes, sweetheart, even you.
Here it is. Here it comes.
Here we go.
Nope. I made several solid predictions about this movie, none of which I can remember right now. And several very inaccurate predictions about the movie.
How about a hot bath before we go to bed?
Now that sounds like a good idea.
But it was probably about 30 minutes into the movie that we realized there were not going to be any boobs in this movie.
There were no boobs.
Which was shocking.
I was
given
very
all
surprised.
of the cues we had been given up until then.
I was
until then.
I was very much expecting an onslaught of breath.
Yes. There is a lot of casual racism in this movie, but
Towards an Asian character.
it's not like when Bruce Willis is wearing that sandwich board in Die Hard with a Vengeance. It's like you think the screenwriter is trying to be edgy or trying to show something about these other characters that are picking on this Asian prisoner and calling her all sorts of creative racial slurs.
Give it a rest, Dragon Lady. Come on, soy sauce. Egg roll. What's the matter, Tokyo Rose?
But it just comes across as tasteless.
Yeah, it was really, they were harping on it a lot.
A lot. And they really wanted crap on a cracker to
Yeah,
be
they said that a
to
lot,
be
like it was a thing.
A
They-
really catchy, repeatable phrase.
Crap on a cracker. Crap on a cracker.
Crap on a cracker.
Crap on a crack.
This lady keeps saying it, and I think that was one of I was like, is this guy trying to make this be some sort of
They said it like 3 or 4 times.
yeah, and then it's after in the mid-credits scene that she crawls up out of the river and says it to the camera, and I go, oh, they really thought that was gonna catch on. Cut to the X-Files team.
Yeah, which are just
the
in the
X-Files
movie.
subplot
They're
that doesn't
just-
tie in at all. There's these two characters who are obviously this like Twin Peaks X-Files type
Yeah.
partnership that are hunting a different set of criminals that may or may not have been eaten by sharks, because they then come upon those guys who at the beginning of the movie were trucking through the
Yeah.
swamp and got eaten by
Yeah.
or one of them got eaten by sharks.
We don't know really what happened.
I'm gonna go call this in.
You do that.
And then these two people never factor in. They're like pursuing these female convicts the whole time, but they never get to them until the very end of the movie when prison guard guy
Yeah.
lets the lady go. There's a scene where X-Files have tracked down the rental vehicle that the lesbian lady used to hijack everybody. And they're out in the rain, and he's brought her a cup of coffee and has not covered it up.
There's no top. Yeah, and it's
They-
raining hard.
They're just talking, and we're like, that coffee's just getting so watered
Yeah,
down.
it's getting
and
full
neither
of
of them
rainwater.
mention it, and then they're just like drinking it throughout the scene, and there's just tons of water pouring
Yeah.
into these open
have-
like paper cups of coffee. There's not a lot of attention to detail in this film. It was so confusing because there's this whole, it's like the sharks really, I mean, as with a lot of these low budget animal horror movies, the creature is typically a MacGuffin. The real enemy is themselves.
Classic.
Because that's really, it's like the whole movie is less of them against the sharks and everybody against the lesbians. That's, this movie is vilifying lesbianism. This is right-wing propaganda. It's the moral is that lesbians are bad.
and they try and kill cops and
Yeah, lesbians will kill police.
yeah.
I see now.
I now am understanding. It's all making sense. It's anti-environmental No, it's pro-environmental,
Yes.
So
But
it's-
anti-lesbian.
but anti-lesbian.
This movie's difficult to unpack because there's just so much going on. There's the social commentary about the working single mother who has ended up in prison and she just wants to be with her kid. And there's the one who killed her abusive boyfriend, and that's because she's the one who ends up with the geologist
there's
assistant.
The geologist.
The
that show up
romantic
for some
subplot
reason.
where
that
they-
lasts for like a second.
A romantic meet cute over a freshly cooked meal of peaches and beans,
What is that?
which happens twice. They make peaches and beans
that
twice.
sounds gross.
It's horrible. And then he dies maybe 5 minutes later.
And then she is
She's
distraught for the rest of the movie.
Emotionally destroyed.
For the rest of the movie.
Just wrecked. It's horrible. But it's funny because it's bad. And there's also no nudity in it. Yeah.
Watch it or don't.
Watch it or don't.
But watch our videos, like our videos, subscribe to our videos,
And
give
share
us your-
them.
share them with your friends, give us your money, give us your body.